Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Today, I have another update for you guys on the crypto market, and more specifically about XRP and the XRP community. Well, you'll see exactly why in just a second. But first, guys, make sure you check out Bybit. A link is down below. It is the exchange that I'm using, and you can see our trade right now is in just a couple of dollars worth of profit. But that's because for XRP right now, it is a crucial price point. Right now, we're going to determine exactly where the low for the XRP price is going to be made, and preferably we'd have this low above the 70-cent mark, and the next day, maybe day and a half or so, will most likely decide whether or not that has been the case. But most people right now are expecting the upside and expecting a bounce from this short-term but interesting trend line. Alright, now guys, you have most likely seen me defend Bitboy on my channel quite a couple of times. He has stepped into the XRP community a couple of weeks, months, I'm not exactly sure, ago, and, well, I used to defend him, very much so, because I thought, you know what, everybody deserves a spot. If they switch their minds, completely fine, and ultimately, he has a team of people who most likely tell him mostly of what to say and what is smart for his audience and for the money train. So I thought, you know what, it is just strictly business. Yet, I've decided to switch up and conclude for myself that he has basically sold his soul. I'm going to put it like that because he's literally shilling the freaking crap out of things which do not exist. What I mean with that? So, Digital Asset Investor, a other YouTuber, Twitter person, whatever you want to call him, just very well-known person in the XP community, has shared multiple videos of his. And very often I used to be skeptical saying, could all be tactic for, this, that, it could have been his team. But that's because those are recorded in the studio. So I thought he gets a script, he doesn't know what it says. He's made a couple of mistakes, I forgave him for all of it, but right now, we've kind of hit the edge. Why? Well, look at this. This is a quote from the video itself. I'm not going to show you guys the video for copyright reasons, as, I'm not being too nice to him, I don't want to get copyright strike. I have been told that while no one has access to the deposition itself, it definitely did happen. William Hinman did speak to attorneys. I've been told this is going to be sealed. And he basically concludes that it definitely did happen. He's got that from some sources out there. What? I mean, nobody knows, nobody can know, so I'm not exactly sure how that is supposed to work. James said, hey, Digital Assets, did you even give this guy, or why do you even give this guy the time of day? He's getting clickbait for now, talking about XRP, and I kind of agree with that. One other person said, when you work rigorously over a case and collect all the necessary information and put your hard work and your experience into something, and someone comes and tells you you're wrong, feels like a corporate job, doesn't it? Pretty interesting. Jeremy says, I'm married and have 2 young girls. If there's one thing I'm used to, being it is wrong. I think that's pretty funny. All right, but the point just being, man, there's been so many of these videos I've watched over the last couple of days here and a couple of hours. Here he says, for example, XRP is gonna pump no matter what. Once more, I think it's all tactic. So I have to cut him some slack for, definitely doing the right tracks to become the most popular YouTuber. But it is, selling your soul basically for just attention and money. Now, alright, so Digital Asset Buy also posted, Gensler is coming. Quote, if firms are advertising a specific interest rate returning on a crypto asset, Gensler says, that could bring the loans under the SEC oversight. Platforms that pool digital assets could be seen as akin to mutual funds, potentially allowing the SEC to regulate them. That is a breaking news update. Exclusive, SEC Chair Gary Gensler says he wants more oversight over Bitcoin and other crypto to protect investors in his first extensive interview on the topic. It has been interesting. Let's see what do we have else. Oh, another one. Here's the Google translation. I'm taking interest into the XP community, yada, yada, yada. This is just a video where it basically says, blah, 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 blah. That's just what it does here. It's just like, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to play it once more, but it was pretty funny. All right, then going to rip. That's actually the first sentence he says here. XRP is definitely going to rip. I know this will most likely be the last time that I've given him attention, but I just wanted to cover it, man. I just can't get around it. At first, he stated $12 per XRP, then $30, then back to $22, and now it's $20 as his expectation, because in this video, he's saying $20 plus per XRP. Whatever, man. He just throws the ball, and whenever it lands, that's what the price is going to be. All right, new. HSBC confirmed Tuesday it is blocking UK customers from using credit cards to make payments to the crypto exchange Binance wherever possible. Ooh, that is not nice. That is not nice, ladies and gentlemen, but it's not a big problem because ultimately we knew this was coming up. It's partial. It's a timely thing. It'll come over, but it is annoying for right now. I guess that's all I can add to it. Then, once more about the SEC Gary Gensler. He thinks crypto regulation will bring adoption. While Gensler is no stranger to digital assets, his main priority is protecting investors from fraud. The SEC chair, Gary Gensler, has indicated investor protection is a top priority for future SEC crypto regulation. Gary Gensler also stated that the regulation of crypto could lead to broader adoption. However, Gensler declined to comment on the possible approval of a Bitcoin ETF. SEC Chairman Gary Gensler has commented on his approach to cryptocurrency regulation, stating that investor protection is a top priority before wider adoption can occur. And that's pretty funny to me. Two things. One, Gary Gensler has now vowed to protect investors, and it does make me wonder whether or not he'll actually intervene in the Ripple v. SEC lawsuit, as he would also clearly be able to see that investors are not happy with this situation. And two, if that's their vow, right? Why is there no ETF approved just quite yet? Because he did not want to comment on it yet. What people are saying, and even I am saying that, is if you want to protect investors, make this space as open as possible for as much money as is needed to flow in, because it will basically regulate itself that way. The more bigger money that gets entered into the space, the easier it's going to be to oversee all of it because, well, less illegitimate stuff if you allow things. What I mean with that is right now institutions are going to have to kind of find stranger ways to get themselves into the cryptocurrency realm, allowing for more shady businesses to stay and remain. If ETFs would be here, trust me when I say there would be so much money that it would just kind of ease itself out a little bit. What I mean, again, is that ETFs right now are being denied because they're not safe for the people, yet I don't really get that. Why would you not allow people to be exposed to something that they choose to do themselves? They're going to buy it anyway, but then through other means that are less safe than something that's properly regulated by the SEC. So I don't really get that. That's just my own view, though. It's really strange. There's actually a ton of things about the Gary Gensler because he just gave a speech. Gary contemplating robust crypto oversight regime. SEC Chairman Gary Gensler is looking to establish a robust cryptocurrency regulatory framework. Gensler asked Congress to give the SEC legal authority to monitor crypto exchanges. Pretty funny how this is an interesting reply to the Elizabeth Warren letter, by the way. While primarily responsible for investor protection, Gensler says regulation will also provide clarity for the market. And ultimately, it's a good thing. Let us see. ETF should be coming up soon. SEC Chairman Crypto Intrigue takes backseat to consumer protections, which is in country title. Despite teaching crypto courses at MIT, Gary Gensler, the chairman of the SEC, is concerned about the risks associated with unregulated crypto trading, which is what I'm saying, guys. Regulate it then! Don't make it such a big deal of, no, we can't do it. Come up with some freaking rules now. Or come up with some freaking guidelines. It messes with my brain. Phew, come on. They keep stalling all this stuff. Quote, I've asked the staff to use all of our authorities anywhere we can, said Gensler without commenting on the possibility of the ETF decision. Why is it all taking so long, though? Why? I don't get that. I really don't. In an interview, the former Goldman Sachs partner stressed that while he's neutral or even intrigued when it comes down to the tech, he's definitely not neutral about investor protection. If somebody wants to speculate, that's their choice, but we have a role as a nation to protect those investors against fraud. All right. Well, Ripple's not been indicted or sued for fraud, so I don't really get that one either. Bitcoin sellers in disbelief or Bitcoin price wouldn't still be at 41,000. Very often people try to make articles this way, making you question everything you're doing. A small number of old hands choose to cover all their bases of BTC to USD clinches a July close above 41,000. 72,000 views this article got. 72,000 people watched this. Bitcoin closed July above 41,000 in a bullish engulfing candle that dramatically upends its previous downtrend. In a tweet on August 1st, investor and entrepreneur Alistair Milne joined many in celebrating a classic return to form the Bitcoin price action. After seeing 3 monthly candles in the red for BTC to USD, it held on to late gains to post a monthly close that few had actually anticipated. Despite the dip to 29,000, bears failed to stay in the driver's seat as July drew a close as resistance levels fell and sentiment improved. Quote, bullish engulfing on the monthly chart for Bitcoin, Milne summarized. A bullish engulfing pattern is a chart pattern that forms when a small red candle is followed by a larger green candle and completely engulfs it. And how that basically works is right here. You can see this is the red candle, right? So the open is right there, the close is right there. This open is basically on the same level as the close, but it closed way above. It basically engulfed this entire candle. It's bigger than the entire candle. It's actually double as big, triple as big, almost even. So, again, that's a really bullish sign. The move up and its staying power has been so surprising that even seasoned holders appear confused about what is going to happen next. And obviously, guys, one of the reasons we're still at 41K, disbelief. People don't know exactly what's happening yet. It's pretty funny, all right? I'm wondering actually how many people put up on Twitter that if Bitcoin breaks above $40,000, I'm going to do this or that or this or that. And now it did. I'm going to quickly check back into a couple of those tweets that I've liked and, held for my own storage to see what these people's predictions were and how accurate they were, because ultimately, I think that's going to be pretty interesting. I think it's going to be pretty interesting to see what all those guys are saying about the prices. A lot of people didn't expect Bitcoin to make this big of a shift. So, pretty funny. And then Cardano ADA to be listed on Japanese exchange for the first time. Cardano's native asset ADA is to be listed in Japan for the first time. Some believe this is similar to Coinbase listing for the Japanese community. Okay, yeah, I didn't know you couldn't actually buy ADA over in Japan. I thought you could, for example, just use Binance to buy it. But I guess for a official Japanese yen ramp, this is the first one potentially. So I guess that's just good. Bitboy just listed ADA. Nice. Don't know the exchange, never used it before because I guess it's Japanese, but all right. That was it for today's video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video later today.